Ahmed, the drivers have all had a discussion about those qualifying results. Come to the conclusion that the race might just be a little bit too, how do I put it lightly? It's a farce. Valkyrie is clearly on another level, and your lackluster skills behind the wheel. Okay, it's a mutiny. They are conspiring. The rest of the grid are basically saying they're gonna have to put a handicap on myself and Ahmed. That is unfair indeed. I qualified on my incredible skills alone. Sure you did. You even tutored me. I know. Letting down your own pupil. Alright, so long story short, basically the other cars get a head start, and the two Valkyries in the grid, myself and Ahmed, we're gonna get essentially a handicap start, starting a bit further back in on the track for this goal 3 of the stage 7. I'm just glad that you had the wheel up racing. Oh, I missed that. That was fun. What event was it? Was it the one with the IRBC, or I don't remember. But yes, that was a fun event. And a lot more pricier. So far, let's see. So we need to come in 7th place at least, or better. 3 laps to do it. Well, as it turns out, I needed to get some upgrades to get myself through this goal. But still, just racing dollar upgrades. I just put those first tier racing dollar upgrades across the board. And this goal, it took me quite a few attempts here, and I feel like I spent probably a good couple of hours without any upgrades, and I can climb up to P8 fairly okay, but to do it consistently is very difficult, and that I think is gonna be the key, because sometimes you might drive just as good of a race and you finish with really good race time, but depending on the behavior of the other bots up ahead, it can affect your end results. So this attempt that you're watching here is the one, of course, that I did manage to complete, and the one that I am realizing was this wasn't actually as clean a race as I have pulled off in previous attempts. But the difference is what's going on up ahead in the grid. So as you will soon see, in this particular race, Magnus up ahead, driving his Lotus Type 125, is kind of blocking the traffic. The faster cars, like I think there's what's in there? Senna GTR, Brabham, and yeah, there are some faster cars that with the amount of handicap that I'm working with here, that I just cannot keep up with unless I put more upgrades on. But yeah, depending on how well Magnus is able to cause traffic jam up ahead, I'm noticing that that's what really determined for me the outcome of this this particular goal. That's what I mean by you have to be able to drive a consistently clean race several times in a row, because you cannot really control what the bots up ahead are doing. So on occasion you might pull off a perfect lap, but if the bots are just if Magnus just lets the other guys pass, then there's no way you're gonna be able to catch up. See, I skidded a little bit there, so this is certainly far from being perfect lap. But yeah, you don't want to get stuck behind any cars here. And let's see, this is where we find out what's been going on up ahead. So that first group that we passed is just gonna be the ones more or less that got stuck because of Zoe with her 911 GT1. But here you see how Veneno and Brabham are stuck behind Magnus, and I think it might be Senna GTR. That's the P7 that just passed Magnus on that hairpin. So, which allows me, yes, it was the Senna GTR that's in P7. So once you overtake, then well, you're homebound free. So yeah, this goal, out of all my attempts, I would check out the at the end of the race, I'll look at the lap time or race time for everybody, and the thing that I notice. So my overall race time isn't that great. I finished under 410, but as I was saying, depending on the bot behavior, sometimes that wasn't good enough. And for my effort, guess what? Hey, level up, I get to pick up another 52 gold. Hooray, that's always a nice reward. So there you go. Top of the grid, Tremblay, 4 minutes. And then yeah, P5 is Sato at 4:11. So when you race this one, I feel like, especially if you're running with a very minimal upgrades, a lot of it is gonna depend on bot behavior, which is kind of luck, I feel like. So let's see, P6 was Brabham, yeah, Senna GTR, and Huayra BC. Yeah, Huayra BC, if you let that guy pass Magnus early on, then there's no chance you're going to be able to keep up with them. So at the end, Magnus and Zoe comes right up ahead of Ahmed. But yeah, so I think that's the challenge, is making sure that you're able to race a very fast, clean race multiple times in a row until the bot's behavior kind of fall in line with yeah. Anyway, 1 upgrades across the board got me through. So we'll catch you guys in the next final goal. So stay tuned.